I'm still so passionate about it, Colby. It works. So what I thought was, what are the core elements of leadership? And when you think about it, they really come down to the C's for communication. As leaders, we have to be effective communicators. Now, that doesn't mean about talking. It's good that when we talk that we can, you know, we can convey what we want people to hear. But the most important bit about communication is listening. And to be a great listener, you have to be a great question asker. So it's all about learning the art of being present when you're talking to someone else, really listening to what it is that they're saying. What are the issues? Why are they upset? Why are they taking this position? And that's why I think curiosity comes into it as well. But I could only have one C. If I could have had a second, it would have been curiosity. So it's been effective communicator. And then I think that's everything that's involved in communications. It's using your facial expressions, your body language, not just your words. And one of the things I say to people nowadays is when you're on a Zoom call, you have to remember there's no hiding place. It's not like the long end of a table where you can roll your eyes at something the boss said. When you're on a Zoom screen, everybody can see that eye roll. So you have to look in, you have to continue to be interested, and you have to continue to be present when you're on Zoom calls. So communication is critical. The O is for optimization. Whenever people talk about resources, they always talk about budgets and staff. And we've got to definitely optimize those. So that means that you have to have good financial scrutiny so that you minimize waste. You've got to be creative with your budgets as well. You don't want money sitting there doing nothing. So you have to make sure it's invested. The other thing we have to optimize is our staff, but also it starts with us. So as leaders, you have to optimize your mindset. You have to convey that sense of confidence and self-belief and belief in the people that you're working with, but also belief in the plan and belief in the potential outcomes. So, and we've got to optimize our time. If there's one thing I teach over and over and over again, it's time management and energy management. So some people might put in their time, but if you don't bring the energy and in the enthusiasm, you're not optimizing who you are. So I say be yourself, be the best version of yourself, and optimize everything that is you. And time management, for everybody listening, the number one thing you can do to improve your time management is do a stop doing list. What are all the things you're currently doing that are just a waste of time? And stop doing them. The R's for relationships, it's like you and I just talked about. You said the reason for the podcast is to meet and learn from other people who have expertise in certain areas. Relationships are fundamental to leadership, whether it's the relationships with our top team, if we're a senior manager, the relationships with all the organizations that are essential to us doing business, the relationships within our family, because we want to make sure we get that life-work integration. There's no such thing as life-work balance. There's days when you have to be just working all the time, and then somebody gets sick and your family demand your attention. What we have to do is life-work integration. So once a project's due in, okay, we might have to work extra hours to get it done, or if a client needs us or a child is not safe. And then we have to learn to take the time out to rest, recuperate, whatever later on. So optimizing our time is so important, but the relationships in there are what restore us and keep us going. And that includes the debriefing when people come back from what has been a difficult situation. So relationships have to be worked at all the time. And the E is for evaluation. We have to measure everything we do. I was coaching somebody for a senior position yesterday, and I was going, evidence means that you provide the data. When I started, it was this. When I finished, it was this, and the change was down to me because. So you've got to be able to evaluate. But at its most basic, it's evaluating what you're doing that works and do more of it. And what is it that you're doing that's having no impact? And seriously question why you're still doing it.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, the value of it is I like a whole agency approach because culture flows downhill. So there's no point in me fixing, empowering, sorting, the kind of words that sometimes get used frontline managers, if the culture doesn't change. And the culture starts with the CEO and the top team. And one of my joys at the moment is coaching CEOs in not-for-profit organizations. I'm really, really enjoying the impact that that's having on the organizations.